Hello? Okay. If you go in my garage, my pantry, or my dining room, it looks like we're living in a construction zone. But that's only because we've had some extra things that we've been doing lately. Ed has put shiplap on the walls, but I do want to do kind of a dry brush with some white, and I need to finish that, but that's looking amazing. Look, the dog is sacked out. Are you tired? And then a while back, I did my pantry grout, and the pantry is just a hot mess. So the house isn't that old, it's less than 20 years old, but the pantry just, I swear, sucks in dust and dirt and anything. The problem is, I did notice that we have no type of trim in the pantry, and so the edges around the floor, and I'll show you here in a second, just get dusty, dirty, and it's a horrible mess. So we went to this place that sells, I don't know, I mean, it's a home center. They sell cabinetry, they sell countertops, but they also sell milled lumber and things like that. And it's very low cost. Not a sponsored video, but if you're in the Hamilton, Ohio area, it's called Pease. I can't remember, is it Pease Lumber, Ed? It's Pease, Pease. Yeah. And so we got, and this isn't all of it, but for, I don't know, like less than $4, we've got a couple great or long pieces like this. I think the couple of pieces were 7 or 8 foot. Yeah. And then he ended up having to rip one just because it was a little bit bigger, but I needed it smaller. And so Ed has painted these for me, so this is looking really good. And I'll show you guys where we're putting it real quick. If you have this problem and you want to fix and say, okay, I'm just over the dust and the dirt, if you find that your pantries, your hallways, your closets are just magnets and then you always have to clean those spots out, that, and sometimes it's nice to maybe use a little bit of spray foam if you feel a lot of cold air coming from up under the house too, but which is an idea. Let me show you the pantry. Okay, and ignore all this. This is not from us. This was from the prior owner, and I still need to paint that. So my pantry didn't have any trim on the inside of the door, and this likes to get all kinds of horrible stuff kind of stuck in there. But this is the crux of my existence, because every time I have to sweep out the pantry, anything that is sticking to the broom gets stuck inside all of this. And that's what you guys are seeing, that's a pretty good space and my house is definitely not flush, because like the same wall, and then you get down right there and there's almost no spot there at all. And so, and the back doesn't have anything as well. And so I end up having to take a toothpick or a wood skewer, and just digging crap out of all of that against the wall, because it just starts looking gross. And then it's like my pantry looks like it's getting fuzzy, and it's just gross. So I went ahead not too long ago, I did my grout. I have a video for that. I can attach that later. And then we went ahead and I just told Ed, I said, it won't take long. Famous last words, right? Let's just buy some trim. But I found such a great deal on the trim that is unfinished. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's come home and I'll paint it. Well, I didn't end up having to paint it. The big guy did. But so he is finishing up with that. Now, he made this shelf after we purchased the home, because I needed a place to put my canned goods, and I had all of this open room. And so he went ahead, and here, I'll back up a little bit. And then so he went ahead and built one more smaller shelf that was a little bit more inset, and then he did put a piece of wood there to hold it, and then there's some cleats right there on the wall, because it does get very heavy with, when you start putting canned goods on it. So this is my pantry We're kind of stocked up. Of course, look, isn't that beautiful? I love my baking shelf. I just love it. Uh, I've got all my different flours there, and then, of course, all the canned goods, everything that I had canned last year. We're starting to finally use it all. Uh, I'm gonna paint this when we're done because we never painted the pantry after we moved in, and it just looks gross. I mean, even when you guys look up there, it just doesn't look very nice. So that is what the trim is for. I'm gonna jump off here. I just wanted to show you guys what looks to be our war zone for right now. So that's why I have this trim, and it's going to look really pretty when he gets it done, and I'm not going to have to fight with the nooks and crannies. So give you an idea, if you have closets and things that just are always a hot mess, but you don't have trim in there, maybe it's just time to go ahead and give in and buy some pine or something. Or maybe you have a low-cost thing close to you where you could go buy some lumber. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You could have actually just used just a regular piece of wood, you know, and not had to worry about doing anything special to it. But, you know, especially if it's just a closet. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here, guys. And I hope you guys are having a great time. I know everybody's going to be stir crazy after all of this isolation is over. So this is what I've been doing to help pass the time. Talk to you soon. Hit like, hit subscribe, and share.